In this video lecture, we will discuss about microorganisms other than the coliform. Before that, we should know about what is coliform and what is fecal coliform. So, coliform bacteria are the organisms that are present in the environment and in the feces of all warm-blooded animal and including human also. So, coliforms are the organisms that are present in the feces of all warm-blooded animal including human. Their presence in the drinking water that indicate that disease causing organisms or the pathogens. However, their presence in the drinking water indicate that disease causing organisms. Here there are some characteristic of coliform bacteria as they belongs to the family Enterobacteriaceae. Coliform group of bacteria belongs to the family Enterobacteriaceae. They are facultative anaerobes. They are rod shaped. Coliform group of bacteria, they are the rod shaped, non-spore former. They can ferment lactose sugar into acid and the gas. They will ferment the lactose into acid and gas within 48 hours at 35 degrees Celsius. So, these are the characteristic of coliform group of bacteria. General coliform group of bacteria, they are belongs to the family Enterobacteriaceae. They are aerobic as well as they are the facultative anaerobes. They are rod shaped bacteria. They are non-spore forming bacteria and they can ferment lactose sugar into acid and gas productions when we incubate this lactose containing tube at 35 degrees Celsius for 48 hours. So, these are the characteristic of coliform group of bacteria. This group of bacteria that includes E. coli, Klebsiella, Enterobacters. So, these are the example of coliform group of bacteria such as E. coli, Enterobacter, Klebsiella, etc. Citrobacter are there. So, these all are the coliform group of bacteria. If we talk about the fecal coliform, specifically the fecal coliform bacteria, they are also the presence of fecal coliform indicate the presence of fecal material from warm-blooded animal. But one of the most important characteristic of the fecal coliform, they are the thermotolerant fecal coliform. If we talk about the fecal coliform, so they are as usual the same as coliform, but they are the thermotolerant coliform. Fecal coliform are the thermotolerant coliform, and they can also ferment lactose sugar into acid and gas at 44 degrees Celsius. They can ferment lactose at 44 degrees Celsius. Ferment lactose at 44 degrees Celsius. So, this is the basic difference between the coliform and the fecal coliform. Coliform group of bacteria are the organisms that are present in the environment and in the feces of all warm-blooded animal including humans. Example of the coliform group of bacteria are the E. coli, Klebsiella, Enterobacters, Citrobacters, many more. If we talk about the fecal coliform, then the fecal coliforms are the thermotolerant coliform. that include all the coliform that can ferment lactose sugar at 44 degrees Celsius. They can ferment lactose sugar at 44 degrees Celsius. So now we will move further. Now in this video lectures we will discuss about microorganisms other than the coliform. Microorganisms other than the coliform. Some microorganisms beside the coliform are the intestinal origin, used as an indicator of the fecal contamination of the water. There are some microorganisms beside the coliform group of bacteria. They are also origin of the intestinal of the human as well as from the animal of warm-blooded animal, but they are the indicator of the fecal contamination in the water. So due to this, if they are create the contamination of the water, such as they create the problems of the odor, color, taste, and they will create the obstruction, they will cause the obstruction of the water flow. And here the indicator organism of water pollutions are the example is here streptococci, intestinal viruses. Some nuisance microorganisms create the problem of odor, color, taste, and also cause the obstruction of the water flow. Also cause the obstruction due to from the water flow. So these organisms are used as an indicator of water pollution. So what are the organisms here? The examples are the streptococci, intestinal viruses, and many others. Some nuisance microorganisms create the problems of odor, color, taste, and cause the obstruction of the water flow. So we will study one by one. First, that is fecal streptococci. Fecal streptococci, they are the enteric bacteria. Enteric bacteria, which means that they are commonly found in the intestine of the human. They are commonly found in the intestine of the human. They are found in the warm-blooded animal, including human. Fecal streptococci are the enteric bacteria found in the warm-blooded animal, including human. And they are abundantly present in the large intestine of the human. They are more amount in number, they are present in the large intestine of the human. Examples are Streptococcus faecalis, Streptococcus bovis, Streptococcus faecum, and Streptococcus equinus. These all are the example of fecal streptococci. Now the second, that is slime forming bacteria. Slime forming bacteria, which means that they will form some slimy, sticky like substances around in the water, around their structure. So ultimately they will create some kind of problem in the water or some kinds of other destruction in the water. So that we will see. Many bacteria able to produce gummy or mucilaginous material, or we can say either capsular like material, excretion products such as gummy like material, mucilaginous materials, or we can say capsular. Capsule itself, it is a sticky as a excretion product. So how they produce this type of those things from the how? So organic and inorganic material that are present in the water that will help the bacteria to form the slime layer. As we know that in the normal water also there are the organic and inorganic materials are present. So due to the help of the organic and inorganic material, they will help this bacteria to form a slime layer. Slime layer, or we can say capsular like material, sticky, gummy like material it will form, and ultimately it will create the problem of odor, color, taste, and also cause the obstruction of the water flow. Due to this type of they form. Now the third, that is iron bacteria. Iron bacteria in that example, that is Sapphirotillus notans. Sapphirotillus notans, they are the, if we talk about the characteristic of Sapphirotillus notans, they are the gram negative. They are gram negative. They are the rod shaped bacteria. They has an ability to form sheath. Okay, they are the sheathed bacteria. Okay, so these are the characteristic of Sapphirotillus notans. In the iron bacteria, the example is Sapphirotillus notans. They are the gram negative bacteria, rod shape, and has an ability to form sheath. And these bacteria are also known as nuisance organism of the water. These iron bacteria, Sapphirotillus notans, they are also known as nuisance organism of the water, and it is also known as sewage fungus. They are also known as sewage fungus. They are also known as sewage fungus. Okay. So Sapphirotillus notans, they are also known as nuisance organisms and also known as sewage fungus. Why we say that they are the nuisance organism of the water? Because they transfer the soluble compound of the iron into insoluble compound. Whatever the soluble iron that are present in the water, they will transfer into the insoluble compound. For example, ferric hydroxide, that is FeOH twice, that is FeOH twice. Okay, so what they will do, they will transfer the soluble compound of the iron into insoluble compound. For example, FeOH twice. This FeOH twice will deposited in a sheath around the organism. This FeOH twice will deposit in the sheath around the organism. They will, suppose this is the sheath of around the organism, they will deposit in this sheath around the organisms. So ultimately they will produce the slime, discoloration of the water. Ultimately there will be the change in the water. So we can simply say that there is a change in the color of the water, discoloration of the water, undesirable taste, in the water. So they will produce this type of undesirable, those things such as slime, it will produce slime, discoloration of water, and undesirable taste. So this is what all about the iron bacteria. In the iron bacteria, what we have seen, that is the example of the Sapphirotillus notans. They are also known as a nuisance organism. Why we say the nuisance organisms? Because they transfer the soluble compound of the iron into the insoluble compound. For example, ferric hydroxide. And this ferric hydroxide will deposit it in the sheath around the organisms. Organism having the sheath around the sheath, they will deposit it. So ultimately what will cause? It will produce the slime, discoloration of the water, undesirable taste in the water. Now the fourth one, that is sulfur bacteria. In the sulfur bacteria, some sulfur bacteria produce the tolerate extreme acidity. Some sulfur bacteria tolerate extreme acidity. Examples such as Thiobacillus thiooxidans will oxidize the sulfur and produce sulfuric acid. They will oxidize sulfur and produce sulfuric acid and generate the pH up to 1. So the pH will drop down due to the acidic pH. This is responsible for the corrosion of pipes. In the water bodies, there are so many pipelines are also passing from the water bodies. So if there is a presence of sulfur bacteria such as Thiobacillus thiooxidans, if this bacteria oxidize the sulfur into the sulfuric acid and generate the acidic pH, so ultimately they will lead to the corrosion of pipes. There are also some sulfur bacteria that can reduce the sulfur, and produce H2S reduce sulfur to produce H2S, and examples here, that is we can say disulfur vibrio, sulfurans. These are the example of the sulfur reducing bacteria that reduce the sulfur into H2S. Now the fifth one, that is algae. How the algae cause the destruction in the water? So water exposed to the sunlight, normal water bodies are exposed to the sunlight, and algal growth often results from the sunlight. As we know that they are the photosynthetic bacteria, with the help of sunlight they prepare their food and they will grow. So algals are frequently primary cause for the clogging of the filter during purification. Okay, so what kind of destruction this algae create? Normally what happens, when we go for the filtration process of the purification process of the water, so they will clog, they will create the hindrance during the filtration of the water, because there they are present in a mat like structures. In a mat like structure, ultimately for them removal, for that purification process, first of all we have to remove this algae and then we can go for the purification. Without, in the presence of that, ultimately they will clog the filter. So these are the about the algae, and algae they are present in all the natural aquatic environment. So these are the example of the algae. And now the last, that is about the viruses. Many viruses are known to be excreted from the human through the intestinal tract. They are excreted from the intestinal tract of the human. They find their way somehow via the sewage and enter into the source of drinking water. So the enterovirus are the one of the most commonly found in the sewage. They are the one of the most commonly found in the sewage. And the other, that is hepatitis virus, is also there. Poliovirus. So they cause what kind of create? They will create the problems in the HFMD, that is hand, foot, mouth disease. That is HFMD, that is hand, foot, mouth disease. They will cause red rashes. They occur, means that is the red rashes we can observe from due to these viruses. So this is what all about the microorganisms other than the coliform group of bacteria. So they are also an intestinal origin from the warm-blooded animal, and they are the indicator of the fecal contamination of the water. So they create the problem of odor, color, taste, and cause the obstruction of the water flow. Okay, so they are the indicator of the water pollutions. In that we have seen the first one, that is fecal streptococci. Then we have seen the slime forming bacteria. Then we have seen the iron bacteria. In that the example was the Sphaerotellus notans. Then we have seen the sulfur bacteria. What they create? They create the acidity, and due to the acidic pH they will create the corrosion of the pipe, responsible for the corrosion of pipe, like this way. Another, we have seen the algae. What the algae will do? Will create the problem during the purification process. They will clog the filter. Our filter will be clogged by the algae. Okay, and the last one that we have seen, that is viruses. This is what all about the microorganisms other than the coliform.